Imagine driving down the highway thinking everything is fine, until out of nowhere your brakes fail, your engine shuts off, or even worse, a hidden factory defect turns your car into a death trap. What if I told you that millions of cars on the road right now have undiscovered dangers? Recalls happen all the time. But here's the dirty little secret. Not all of them are widely announced. In fact, some manufacturers quietly issue recalls, hoping you'll never find out, because fixing these deadly defects costs them billions. That means you or someone you know could be unknowingly driving a ticking time bomb. And trust me, some of these recalls are so shocking that you'll never drive in your car the same way again. Today, we're exposing 5 terrifying recalls that automakers don't want you to know about, from spontaneous fires to steering failures that could leave you completely helpless on the road. And the last recall on this list? It's so deadly. Even experts are warning against driving these cars at all. So don't skip ahead, because every recall on this list could be the difference between a normal drive and a nightmare you never saw coming. What manufacturers don't tell you about recalls. A recall is supposed to be a life-saving measure, a manufacturer admitting their mistake and fixing it for free. But here's what they don't tell you. Not all recalls make it to the news. Some are strategically hidden, swept under the rug, or delayed for years while unsuspecting drivers remain at risk. Some recalls are downplayed, others are quietly handled at dealerships, and many never reach second-hand owners who unknowingly buy a dangerous vehicle. And in some cases, car companies fight against issuing a recall at all, gambling with your safety to protect their bottom line. You need to check if your car is on this list, because if it is, you could be driving straight into disaster without even knowing it. The worst part? You won't see it coming until it's too late. Number 5, the invisible fuel leak. Picture this. You park your car for the night, go inside, and everything seems normal. But a few hours later, boom. Your car is engulfed in flames, and you never even saw it coming. Hyundai and Kia have issued a massive recall affecting over 3.3 million vehicles. And here's the terrifying part. Even when the car is off, it can still burst into flames. Why? A hidden defect in the brake fluid system allows leaks that silently corrode electrical components. And once that happens, your car could ignite at any moment. Hyundai and Kia models such as the Santa Fe, Sorento, Tucson, and Sportage have been affected by this dangerous recall. These vehicles, spanning production years from 2013 to 2022, are at risk of a brake fluid leak that can lead to an electrical short and potentially cause a fire. This isn't an issue you'll notice right away. It starts with subtle warning signs like a faint burning smell from the engine bay, an occasional flickering brake warning light, or even strange clicking noises when the car is parked. If you ignore these, the situation could escalate quickly. A small electrical fault might seem harmless at first, but once corrosion sets in, the system can fail completely. If you own one of these models, don't wait for the worst to happen. Park your car outside, away from structures or other vehicles, and contact your Hyundai or Kia dealer immediately for a free inspection and repair. Ignoring this issue could turn an everyday drive into a life-threatening emergency. What to do? Stop driving immediately, park outside, not in a garage, and contact Hyundai or Kia for an urgent inspection. This repair is free. Don't wait. Number 4. The steering wheel lock-up at high speeds. Imagine driving down the highway at 70 miles per hour, hands steady on the wheel, when suddenly, your steering locks up. No warning, no escape. Just you, stuck in a machine you can no longer control. That's exactly what's happening to thousands of drivers in Volkswagen ID4 and Audi Q4 e-tron models. A software glitch can completely disable the steering system, leaving drivers unable to turn the wheel when they need it most. Volkswagen and Audi owners have reported a terrifying issue, suddenly losing the ability to steer while driving at high speeds. The problem, which affects models like the Volkswagen ID4 and Audi Q4 e-tron from 2022 to 2024, is caused by a software glitch that can disable the steering system completely. This means drivers could find themselves helpless behind the wheel, unable to react in critical moments. Imagine needing to switch lanes or take a turn, only to find that your steering wheel is unresponsive. Some drivers have experienced a total loss of control, while others have noticed brief glitches that disappear before service technicians can diagnose the issue. If you own one of these models and experience sudden stiffness in your steering, dashboard warning messages that appear and vanish, or a complete failure to turn the wheel. Do not take chances. Contact your dealership immediately and insist on a software update. Some dealerships have reportedly delayed fixing this issue, so be persistent. Your safety depends on it. What to do? Go to the dealership and demand a software update. Some dealerships have been delaying fixes, so don't take no for an answer. Number 3, the airbags that won't save you. You trust your airbags to protect you in a crash, right? But what if they never deploy at all? Multiple manufacturers have issued urgent recalls after discovering airbag sensors can misfire, or worse, fail entirely. This means drivers and passengers have zero protection in a serious accident. BMW, Toyota, and Dacia have all issued recalls due to a critical airbag failure that could leave drivers completely vulnerable in an accident. In affected vehicles, including the BMW 3 Series, Toyota Corolla, and Dacia Duster, sensors can malfunction, leading to airbags that fail to deploy or, in some cases, deploy unexpectedly. Many drivers trust that their airbags will protect them in a crash, but what if you're in an accident and the airbags never go off? Or worse, what if they activate suddenly while driving? Reports have surfaced of airbag indicator lights flickering on and off, passenger airbag status changing randomly, and clicking noises from the dashboard. These are all signs that your airbag system could be compromised. If you notice any of these warning signs, do not ignore them. Check your VIN on your manufacturer's recall website immediately. If your car is affected, demand an urgent repair. If your dealer says there's no fix available yet, insist on a loaner vehicle. This is not an issue to gamble with. Your life could depend on it. What to do? Check your VIN number at your manufacturer's website and book an urgent recall repair. If your dealer tells you there's no fix yet, demand a loaner car. This defect is too dangerous to ignore. Number 2. The brakes that might not work when you need them. Picture this. You're speeding down the highway, a red light ahead. You step on the brake pedal and nothing happens. Your car is still moving, fast. That's the nightmare thousands of Ford, Tesla, and Honda drivers are facing due to failing brake systems. The issue varies by brand. In Ford F-150 trucks, the hydraulic brake system has been known to fail unexpectedly, leaving drivers pressing the pedal with no response. Tesla Model 3 and Model Y vehicles, on the other hand, suffer from a different issue: faulty regenerative braking, which can cause unexpected deceleration or complete braking failure. Meanwhile, Honda CR-V models have reported instances of random brake lockups, causing the vehicle to suddenly stop without warning, putting drivers at risk of rear-end collisions. Warning signs include a brake pedal that feels unusually soft or hard, a longer stopping distance than normal, or random warning lights flickering on the dashboard. If you experience any of these symptoms, do not take any risks. Contact your dealership immediately for a full brake system inspection. If they try to downplay the issue, demand further testing. Brakes are the last thing you want to fail at the wrong moment. What to do? Visit your dealer immediately and demand a full brake system inspection. Do not drive if you experience any of these symptoms. Number 1. Total engine failure before 50,000 miles. This one is bad. Imagine paying $40,000 plus for a brand new car, only to have the entire engine fail before you even hit 50,000 miles. Nissan, Subaru, and Toyota have all faced major complaints about catastrophic engine failure in vehicles that should have lasted for years. Owners of the Nissan Altima, Subaru Forester, and Toyota RAV4 have reported engines failing long before reaching 50,000 miles, often due to excessive oil consumption, overheating, and internal component failure. If you own one of these vehicles, don't assume you're safe just because your car is still running smoothly today. Check your oil levels frequently, watch for signs of overheating, and listen for knocking sounds coming from the engine. If anything seems off, do not wait until your engine fails on the road. Demand a thorough inspection at your dealership, and if your vehicle is still under warranty, push for a full engine replacement before it's too late. These recalls aren't just minor inconveniences, they are life-threatening failures that could strike at any moment. The worst part? Many people driving these cars still have no idea they are at risk. If you own one of these vehicles, don't assume you're safe just because your car seems fine today. These defects often start small: an unexplained warning light, a faint smell, or a slight hesitation when you press the brake. But before you know it, that tiny problem could turn into an uncontrollable disaster. Check your car's recall status now. Visit nhtsa.gov/recalls and enter your VIN to check for open recalls. If your vehicle is affected, don't wait. Schedule a repair immediately. Your safety and the safety of everyone on the road depends on it. And if you found this information helpful, share this with someone who might be unknowingly driving one of these recalled cars. It could save their life.